Hi guys, it's Andrea here with Create Your Future. In today's video, I want to talk with you about how I used Neville's teaching to create my own reality. Before I start to get into the details, I want to let you know that Create Your Future is giving away a free course, how to find your blocks to manifest anything what you want fast. You will find the link in the descriptions below. Also, if you would like to work with me on one-on-one coaching, you will find the link in the descriptions below. I just made some notes for myself. Make sure I talk about everything what I wanted in this video. So sometimes I'm just gonna look down on my notes when I talk about my own journey, how I manifest everything in my reality using Neville's teachings. Okay, so I will talk in three parts about this. So first one, it's how you are creating your reality at this moment. It's very important to understand how are you creating your reality right now. And from there, you can go, once you understand that what you create at this moment and how it's being created, you realize what is going on, and then you can move further. So the second one, it's I'm going to talk about what it's actually creating changes in your reality. And the third one, it's going to be the steps to manifest in your reality right now. So it is important that what you see in your reality right now, what it's in your 3D reality at this moment, it's everything created with the thought of yesterday or before. It's not created right now. So this is your something you were assuming in the past and you bring it in your reality right now. So for example, in the when you wake up in the morning every day and you open your eyes and you are scanning your reality at this moment, thoughts, assumptions are coming to your mind, and they are all related to something what it's already happened before. That's why you are creating every day almost the same outcomes on everything, because there is a programming in your mind, and if you don't do any change, you will create almost the same every single day. So when you want to change anything in your reality right now, once you understand that what you see in your 3D reality, it was created with the previous thought. And in order for you to create a new reality, you will need to change your thought about specific circumstances, about the situations. You need to do that in order to create a new reality, right? So what you assume to be truth, that it's going to happen. So you wake up, you open your eyes, you are scanning your reality, as I said, your surroundings, and you just remember that okay, yesterday I forgot to pack my lunch. Today I'm gonna wake up, I'm gonna pack my lunch. But yesterday I heard that kind of information, or yesterday somebody told me about a different kind of information, or they just told me that it is impossible to buy a new house because the mortgage rates went way up, or any kind of information what it's unuseful for your manifestation, for your desire, and it's coming from the outside world. You put it as an information in your mind, and if you are not doing consciously checking on yourself and on your thought processing, you will just automatically fall back in your information collected yesterday or the before yesterday. So everything what was collected in the past, it comes in your present right away, in your reality, as soon as you open your eyes. So it is good that you understand this is the process, how it works, and you have to do that exercise like I did that exercise, and it helped me tremendously, that I started to understand how I function. I started to watch my thoughts. I started to understand what are my first movement in the morning, where is my mind taking me, what are my assumptions about everything and everyone, and I watched specifically what are my assumptions about an outcome I want to achieve. For example, I'm going to talk about how you can get your ex back, because it's a very popular topic, and it's something what I also manifested in my life. And when I was in that situation that we were not together, I opened my eyes every single morning and I realized that SP is not around. He is not in my reality. Oh my God, it feels so bad. I feel so anxious. My body was showing sign of anxiety, sadness, anger, disappointment, all those low vibrations, what it's not going to put my mind in a mental diet what I wanted to have in order to manifest him back, for example, right? So anxiousness, depression, anxiety, those are not those thoughts who's supposed to be part of my mental diet to be able to create the future outcome what I want. And my future outcome was that I want him to be together with me, because we were very good together and I loved our relationship. And yes, everybody has some misunderstanding, things fall apart, but you can put them back together. In my opinion, that's what I wanted. But from the outside world, I was constantly being bombed with a lot of information about how it's not worth to have your ex back. If it's an ex, it's a garbage. The ex needs to stay in the past because that's where they belong. That's why they are exes. So a lot of information which were not in alignment with my outcome, what I wanted to achieve. And then I was always smiling and trying to pretend that I agree with those persons, because that time it was important for me to prove to every single one of them that, oh yeah, no, I don't want him back. Oh, I'm not stupid. I know all the mistakes, I know. But deep down inside, all I wanted is it was just for us to be together. So then I realized that what I'm doing is so controversial, it's not going to work, because in one moment I assumed this, in another moment I assumed that, and it was a chaos. So I understand actually how I really created my reality, which I was at that moment. So once I understand that pattern, I went to the next step, and what actually creates changes in your reality, right? So I wanted to find a way what was actually helping me create changes. And then I read Neville's book, Feeling is the Secret. So when I wanted to start creating changes, I understand in my journey, it was that if you want changes in your life, you have to meditate, you have to affirm, you have to visualize. So I start to do those every single day. I start to meditate, I start to visualize, I did affirmations, I did it every morning and every night time, and it was still not change. It was not major change in my reality. So I was digging and reading and going deep in Neville's teaching, and then I understand that feeling what it's already yours, that you are already that person, you already become the person who has the desire, having that feeling attaching to your visualization. It's like a secret, it's like a magic spell on the ingredients, and everything is just starts to come together. It's like a boat, what it takes you from an island to the mainland. It's like a connection. And then when I started to meditate and calm down my nervous system, not to be so anxious, imagining, affirming, and feeling that it is me who is the one who is absolutely amazing, and it's worth to have this dream relationship. It is me who is worthy and chosen one, and the loved one, and absolutely amazing human being, and our connection is just absolutely wonderful. I started to recall memories from the past, what made me feel happy and content and jiggling and smiling, and those feelings were bringing back other memories. But it is important. First, you have a thought, and I went and I was thinking about things what it was not even related to my SP, but it was thoughts that gave me happiness. And then I just start to smile. And then when I put myself in the state of mind when I already was happy and not so anxious and not so negative all the time and angry and disappointing. So basically I just calm down my nervous system with different kind of tools. For me, for example, as I said, it was working to think about happy memories, not just with him, because if it's not a specific person who was an ex, if it's a new one, maybe you cannot recall memories because you don't have any at the moment, but you can always recall memories in your life what actually made you feel happy. And when you feel that feeling inside, that contentment, that happiness, that calmness, that pure love, then you bring in the picture your manifestation. In my case, it was like I bring in the picture him and I together, and I started to build pictures in my subconscious mind about how am I going to talk to him, what am I going to tell him first thing in the morning when he calls, where we are going to take our next vacation, what are we doing on the next vacation. I have a feeling and I imagine the way how we are going to the airport, how excited I was always when we were going to the airport, how silly things that we ate breakfast at the airport, and I always eat eggs, and he's so amazed how can I eat eggs at 6 o'clock in the morning, and we were always joking about it. So I bring back little stories, but it was unique for us, and it was funny for me, and was putting me in a very relaxed, happy kind of point, right? So and I was dwelling on those emotions, and then I never ever went back to the reality when I open my eyes or I see the outcome outside the world, right? When I start seeing that I'm checking and I see the 3D reality, it's nothing happening. before, when I start checking and I check social media and I see all the opposite information, what it was in my imagination, I made the change that I kept myself constantly in the wish fulfilled, where we are already together, because I always tell myself, no, Andrea, you are the one who creates your reality. What you see right now, it was created in the past. What was in the past, it's not important. It's in the past. What is important, it's right now. And my subconscious mind does not know the difference. When I leave those feelings, when I leave those imagination in my mind, my subconscious mind cannot make the difference if it's happening actually in the 3D reality or it's happening only in my imagination. And that was the piece of information what gave me power to create and to stay constantly in the wish fulfilled, as Neville Goddard talks about. And yeah, this is the mental diet, right? But he talks about you stay on the mental diet by always looking at your wish fulfilled, but you are keeping your mental diet. And I did that, and I never gave up, even when I was feeling disappointed, or even when I was feeling disencouraged by all the information what was coming to me. Guys, honestly, I blocked myself out from those people, from those circumstances, which they were showing and throwing in my face informations from the past, what was giving as a proof to me that this will never work. I cut myself out from that reality, and I said, no, I know better now. I know how to create my own reality. I am the only one telling myself how my reality is going to be. Doesn't matter what the information comes from the outside world. I am the one creating it, and in my reality does not exist that outcome when we are not together. And the manifestation always happens instantly. It's when you live in that kind of wish fulfilled, you are there, and you already have him. And I, for example, what I did, I put 15 minutes. Some other people, they put an hour or two. I checked on my excuse me, guys. I checked on my mental diet every 15 minutes. When I felt like I'm anxious, I just stopped and I breathed, and I made sure that I look for my thoughts. What are those thoughts that are making me feel uncomfortable? What are those thought patterns that are going inside my brain right now? Why do I feel anxious about it? And then I come back again to my mental diet, and then I started to go on with my days, considering that he is already with me and we are together. And I let go of the outcome, but not that I let go. I detached myself from the outcome. I did not detach myself of the desire, what I want to manifest. I just detach myself of figuring out how is going to happen. I detach myself of the 3D reality, what it shows me the opposite. I understand that 3D is irrelevant. I use it always as an information to tell me about my state of mind. And then from there on, I was building on my mental diet. So I detached myself. If my 3D reality showed me that, okay, nothing is moving in the 3D reality. Like before I saw, okay, nothing is moving, nothing is the way how I wanted to manifest. And then before I used to tell myself, oh, okay, it's not working. So I stopped doing that. I said, yeah, okay, I don't see anything right now. Why? Because my thoughts, my previous thoughts were creating what I see right now. So in order for me to see something different in the 3D reality, I have to get on top of my thoughts right now. And I have to make sure that what I create right now will show me the 3D reality in the future. So to call, because there is no past, no future, it's everything, it's right now, everything is existing right now. And I always tell myself, I understand how my brain was working, and I was always telling myself, okay, not a problem. Yes, I don't see anything right now, but here it was already created. So in the 3D, it has no choice. It has no choice but to appear. And then when I get anxious, that was my mantra. I am the creator of my own reality. What I say, it goes. Doesn't matter what I feel, doesn't matter what I do. There is no such thing as I can mess it up. No, I am the God of my own reality, and I am powerful, I am wonderful, I am absolutely amazing, and I know what I'm doing, and this is what I want, and this is what I'm going to create. I want it. That means it's still not mine. So I am changing. That's what I told myself, that I'm changing, that the desire is already here. I feel it. It's me. I become the one who is already in a wish fulfilled with my specific person. So this is the steps I used to manifest, and these are exact the same steps I used to manifest not my ex back, because since then we are together for many years, and I lived the dream life I've always wanted with him, and I had in my imagination. But anything else I want in my reality, and I want to create, these are the steps usually I use. Not usually. These are the steps I use in my mind to create everything I want. I have days when not everything works out perfectly, but when I manifest something what it was not in my agenda, I always look back and I said, oh yeah, I totally know how I created that. And sometimes it can be really funny. Guys, I love you all. I intend that this video give you a really aha moment and see through the steps what you can use for yourself to manifest your desired outcome. Bye for now.